Hello guys, and welcome to today's video. In today's video I am excited to bring you an absolutely unbelievable gameplay with my Milano 821 best class setup, because today you're going to be seeing not only a 60 and 3 Milano 821 gameplay, you're going to be seeing a nuclear gameplay as well. Yes, on Nuketown. Unbelievable. Not reverse boosted either, before I get any comments in the comment section below, and I will leave a link to my card tracker for anyone doubting that. This is a non-reverse boosted gameplay on Nuketown, 60 and 3, just an unbelievable gameplay. I can't wait to showcase to you. But first, I'm sure some of you guys are going to want to know what the class setup was for today's gameplay, and I'm going to show you now. So here it is, the Milano 821, and the class setup I went with is, in the muzzle section we went with the infantry compensator, the barrel being the 10.5 ranger, the underbarrel being the field agent grip, the handle being the airborne elastic wrap, and then finally the stock being the raider stock. And that's all you need, in my opinion, to make the best Milano 821 class setup. For anything else you want to see, I am using the dual wield magnums. They are still OP. The nerf didn't really do a good job to them, to be honest. Stim shot, Semtex, trophy system, and then because we're only using 5 attachments, I went and stacked my perks. Okay, flat jacket, tap mask, scavenger, gearhead, ghost, and ninja. No reason to not be using perk greedy. It's a very overpowered wildcard in my opinion. It's either that or you use the 8 attachments, but you don't need 8 attachments on that and on this weapon, and I will be explaining that in today's gameplay, because again, today's gameplay is a 60 and 3 nuclear gameplay on Nuketown with the Milano 821, and whilst that's going on in the background, I will explain why I'm using these attachments and what makes these attachments the best attachments for this weapon. So yeah, let's get right into today's gameplay. Hello guys, and welcome to the gameplay section of today's video, and that's where you're going to be seeing an absolutely insane gameplay with my Milano 821 best class setup, which I will discuss and talk about why I use my attachments and why I believe my setup is the best setup. But not only that, this gameplay is a 60 and 3 nuclear gameplay on Nuketown. Yes, on Nuketown, nuclear gameplay, 60 and 3, and not only that, it is not reverse boosted, okay? Because I've had comments on this channel a few times now. I don't know why, because I do leave my card tracker in the comment section below, letting you guys know that I don't reverse boost. And I will do the same thing. I will leave it in the comment section below to showcase to you guys that I don't reverse boost. You can go through my entire history of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War and have a look and see if I've ever, made myself, have loads of deaths, like 60 odd times, 70 odd times in the game. I don't do that. I don't do this reverse boosting nonsense. I don't think it's cool, and I don't think it's cool to showcase to you guys a good class setup against people who essentially don't shoot back. As you can see in this gameplay, the people do shoot back. It's just one of those games where I managed to pull it off and get a nuke. And even then, there's a guy on the other team with a nuke, so I'm hoping this, proves to you guys I don't reverse boost. I don't know why I'm getting comments on previous videos that have said that. Doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, I'll leave a link in the card tracker to my card tracker down below, so you guys can see I don't reverse boost, I don't cheat, I don't do anything, to make these gameplays easy for myself. These gameplays are hard work, this takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to get these gameplays. And also, I think it plays testament to how good this Milano class setup is, being able to pull off a gameplay as good as this one. So yeah, enjoy that in the background, and let's get into it. Let's talk about the Milano 821 best class setup. Now personally, after this gun got updated and buffed, I actually like this gun more than the KSP. Now, would I say this gun's better than the KSP? No, but I just for some reason prefer this gun. I don't know what it is. Maybe it suits my playstyle or something. Maybe the KSP is just a little bit too inconsistent for my liking. I like a good consistent weapon, and the Milano feels very consistent in my opinion. It's a lot better than what it used to be. I remember I made my first video on the Milano 821, and you guys can go back and see that if you want to. I didn't like this gun, okay? It was way too inconsistent with the recoil. The damage was too little. The fire rate, again, is still the same. It's still a bit slow, but it's a lot better now, It's a lot more consistent. It's got very good damage, and that's what I like about it now. It's just the consistency and the damage of this gun makes it a top tier SMG in my opinion, and definitely it's up there with the 74U. You can definitely rival the 74U with this thing. So anyway, let's get into talking about the class setup, because I'm sure you guys are dying to hear it. Now, you guys have already seen it in the intro what the class setup is. I'm going to go through now and talk to you as to why I use these attachments and what makes, why I made this combination of these attachments in this class setup. So let's get into it. Let's talk about first the muzzle, okay? So for the muzzle, we went with infantry compensator, plus 12% vertical, minus 8% horizontal. Now, yes, that is going to be a bit of a problem on this gun. This gun does have a bit of horizontal kick, but the vertical kick on this gun is quite high. You want to be taking that down by quite a considerable margin, and the best way to do that in the muzzle section is to use the infantry compensator. It takes it down by our nice 12%. Yes, again, horizontal, you do lose 8%. But we will get an attachment to fix that and make this gun a little bit more stable on that horizontal recoil. Because yes, I have said it before that the vertical recoil is a lot easier to control than the horizontal. But this gun just has a little bit too much vertical recoil for my liking. So I wanted to make sure I made that go down more so than the horizontal. The horizontal recoil isn't too bad in this gun, but it's still there, and you will notice it a little bit in your gunfights. So yeah, infantry compensator. Definitely use that for your vertical recoil, to reduce your vertical recoil. Next up, let's go to the barrel. 10.5 Ranger I went with. Now I did experiment with this quite a lot. I did try the 10.6 Task Force because obviously you get more damage, more effective damage range, and better bullet velocity. But the recoil penalty on this attachment, the Task Force barrel, is just a little bit too much. It did make the gun feel like it did previously for me. Basically, my previous attachments when this gun was buffed, I didn't use the Task Force barrel and I used to use it normally. That's what this makes it feels like. It makes it feel inconsistent again. It makes it feel the recoil's all over the place. Like you can't control it in certain situations after like prolonged firing. So I just couldn't use it. It was just too much recoil for my liking. And I didn't really feel like I was getting too much of a benefit from this barrel. So I did go with the 10.5 Ranger. All this does is add bullet velocity, okay? And that is the biggest downfall of this weapon, was the bullet velocity, okay? It starts off at like, I believe 200 or something. 225 is the standard bullet velocity. With the 10.5 Ranger, you're given a 100% boost, taking it all the way up to 450, which is still not amazing. Again, compared to the 74U, if the 74U had this barrel on, the 74U is going to have better bullet velocity, which again, I think is one of the biggest things in this game. You need to have good bullet velocity. It helps to, create less inconsistencies, make sure your bullets are hitting on target. And at those longer ranges, you don't want to be leading shots. And I believe this attachment just makes this SMG more competitive, better in those ranges, able to use its strong damage at those medium ranges without having to compensate for bad bullet velocity. So yeah, definitely go with the 10.5 Ranger in my opinion. The only downside is minus 25% aim walking movement speed, but again, that's not your shooting move speed, that's your aim walking movement speed, so bear that in mind. You will probably strafe faster, and well, actually you strafe just about the same speed as your aim walking movement speed with this weapon, so like another 1 mile per hour more, which isn't bad. So you're gonna have a consistent feel between your aim walking and your shooting move speed. It's not gonna feel like wild from going like to a massively slower shooting move speed or a massively higher aim walking move speed. It's a very consistent feeling, which I personally like. So I go with the 10.5 Ranger barrel. Definitely a good barrel for this weapon. Underbarrel, next up, Field Agent Grip. Now yes, minus 30% shooting move speed. Again, that is a big penalty, but it's not that big of an issue. Again, it creates like a more consistent feeling, in my opinion, between the shooting move speed and the aim walking movement speed being about the same, speed. But you do get that benefit of the plus 7% vertical recoil control and plus 16% horizontal recoil control. Now, yes, they did change this for like different guns. It varies. Like assault rifles are like plus 3% now, so they're like plus 8%. They changed how the Field Agent Grip works on certain weapons, but for this weapon, plus 7% vertical and plus 16% horizontal, which is massively going to help. It's going to make this gun feel so consistent when firing. And you've probably seen in this gameplay how easy it has been for me to control the recoil of this gun and fire it on target. It's not been an issue whatsoever. You don't see like my recoil going all the way up to the sky or going left and right consistently. It's just a nice consistent feeling of being able to be on target quite easily, to be honest. So yeah, use the Field Agent Grip. Definitely going to want to use that. Next up, you guys should know there's no reason to not use the best handle in the game, which is the Airborne Elastic Wrap. I use it on every single class. It has just all the benefits and hardly any penalties. So your penalties are your shooting move speed minus 10%, which yeah, it's going to make you seem a little bit slower. But again, you got some attachments to fix that as well. Also got the minus 15% sprint to fire time, which again is going to be an issue, but we do have an attachment to fix that. But you do get the plus 30% aim down sight time and the plus 90% flinch resistance. Not only that, the aim while going prone, okay? So if you're one of those people who likes to jump shot to drop shot, or you're going prone back to standing to shoot, you're going to want to have this, okay? You don't want any inconsistent feelings from crouching shooting. It's going to feel weird otherwise. So yeah, definitely use that handle. And then finally, the stock, using the Raider stock, okay? Best stock in the game by a mile. Again, plus 30% sprint to fire time, and plus 10% aim walk movement speed. And the only disadvantage with this is minus 30% hip fire accuracy, which even then on this gun, on this SMG has very good hip fire anyway, even with this attachment on. So I would recommend you hip firing in those close quarter situations as well with this gun if you need to. Okay, if you're in one of those situations where you've been caught off guard or something and you're both in like a close quarter situation, definitely want to hip fire with this gun. It is massively worth it. This gun is very good at its hip fire, has very good damage, and is just a very consistent feeling gun. So yeah, those are my attachments. Those are my attachments that I believe are the best attachments for the Milano 821. And I believe this is the best class setup for the Milano 821 in Black Ops Cold War. And again, I hope this gameplay in the background has like showcased you guys how good this gun is and how consistent it is, the damage it has, the recoil if you can get it set up right. It's a very nice feeling weapon now. Would I say it's one of the best, the best gun in the game? No, but for me personally, it's a very enjoyable gun to use. I don't know why. I like using it over the 74U even. Like, it's just a very nice feeling weapon to use. I don't know what it is, but yeah, a very good buff. Treyarch did do a very good job buffing this thing. It's in a lot more usable state than what it was previously, and yeah. So yeah, that concludes today's gameplay. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed today's insane 60-3 nuclear Milano 821 best class setup video. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe notifications on. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.